Hi, welcome to SAVOR on Bonbon Networks. I'm Darviny D, lifestyle connoisseur, and I love cooking. So today I'm bringing you a really easy and fun and super nutritious salad. This is a kale salad that I'm going to be making for you. It has 4 ingredients, including the kale, a very simple vinaigrette that I suggest making at home, and a little quinoa. So everything is super nutritious and very easy. So I'm going to start with making the vinaigrette for you, which is basically olive oil and salt, and just a tiny touch of vinegar. Now, personally, I like to have apple cider vinegar, but balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, any kind of vinegar that you like to use is fine. But basically, because the lettuce here, the kale here, is a strong vegetable, you don't need a lot of vinegar in here to kind of break up the taste of the kale and everything else in it. So in here, I'm putting a dab of apple cider vinegar, which also has some health benefits in it for you. And salt. I like to use this Himalayan salt. I do not recommend pepper for this. Whoops, sorry. For this recipe, I do not recommend the pepper in this at all. So here we go. It's olive oil, salt, a little bit of vinegar right here. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to whisk it up together, super easy, and put it inside at the bottom of my salad bowl. Now, the reason I like putting it at the bottom of the salad bowl, this is something that I learned from my mom and my grandmother and all the women in our family, is when you put the pieces of your salad here on top, it's much easier to mix it afterwards, so that you don't have to think about it anymore. Your salad dressing's at the bottom, you start layering your salad, you set it on the table, and when you're ready to eat, you then mix it, not having to think of the dressing anymore. So, for the kale, look at this beautiful kale. Not beautiful. So they look like rabbit ears. I like this type of kale. Both kales are good. Types of kales, there's about 3 or 4 different types of kales. Either one you can use. This one is better for this type of salad. So I like to take the stem off the kale. I always use like the stem is really bitter. So it's super easy. You just take them off like this. Rip the leaves off. Rip the leaves off. Some people like to saute the scale and the stems. In Switzerland, they kind of take them and chop them up with oil and vinegar and garlic, but we're not going to do that today. So take all their stems off, super easy. And what's really easy here with kale is you can either break it apart with your hands or with a knife. It's really up to you how you decide to use it. You can either go like this, people do that, or they cut it. So if you prefer cutting it for a more even salad, you cut up in little pieces, or by hand. Both is good. This, this type of kale, and kale is such a strong vegetable, strong leaf, that it can handle really any kind of dressing. And it could also stay saturated in the dressing longer than other lettuces. It doesn't really wilt. So, and this is a great salad. So you can prepare it ahead of time. Put it aside for when your guests come over, or for when you're making lunch or dinner for yourself. It's a really nice whole meal. I've had this kale salad, I've done it many different ways. Today I'm putting beets in it because I've been cooking beets. It's what I had in my fridge. Remember, I was like saying, using what you have. I always say use what you have. So today I'm adding beets, but I've had this before with little squares of pumpkin. I've had it even with raspberries in it. I've had it with any kind of a squash, winter squash in it. Any kind of a root vegetable as well. Carrots are really good in that also. You can cook up carrots and square them in the salad. But today, it's going to be beets. So I have lots of beets because I juice beets in the morning. So the beets are very easy to cook. You just put water in them, put them on the fire on your stove for about 40 minutes and forget about them. Put them on a low heat, forget about them. Then when they're ready, don't even peel them, nothing. Just put them in the water. And about 40 minutes later, forget about them, do all the other things you have to do, prep your other meal, your other things, and then you have beets for the rest of the week. You can use them in a lot of different things. You can use them in your salads. You can use them with goat cheese, which is delicious, and voila. Okay, last one. Wasn't that easy? Here we go. So after this, I'm going to take the red onion. Sometimes I use sweet onion. And another thing is the quinoa. Now quinoa, I love using quinoa because quinoa is really high nutritious, and I always make a little bit of extra quinoa. So remember, I like to say, use what you have. So when I make extra quinoa the day before, I can use the quinoa in my salads. It's great in this kale salad. It kind of balances out the flavors with the onions and the kale. I can use my leftover quinoa to stuff peppers, to stuff onions, to stuff tomatoes in my salads. It's so versatile. It's such a wonderful ingredient to use. So today I'm using it in the kale salad, which you're going to say, ew, that kind of sounds weird, but it's so delicious together. Remember the first time I made this for my husband, he was a little bit dubious about this. He's like, I don't know about this salad. And then it became his favorite salad that he ate like a head of kale per day. And you're probably thinking, quinoa and kale salad, I'm not sure about that, as was my husband the first time I made it. And it was so delicious that he ended up having kale salad every day for a week and eating a head of kale every day. So once this is in, it's just going to sit in here. I'm going to then chop the onions. And again, you can use sweet onion or red onion. Both are delicious and both work well with this salad. I do not recommend yellow onion. So cutting the onion up. I think you're supposed to put a wet match in your mouth or something. I still haven't found the exact recipe for that. So here we go. Cutting it up in little pieces is best, so it's not too hard on your palate. Little pieces for the onion. And then we're just going to layer that on top. These pretty layers on top before I add the beets. Now remember, the dressing is at the bottom of the salad. So it being at the bottom of the salad, it's all sitting down there, so it's not making everything mushy or too oversaturated. So this is a small bowl of salad. This is for one person. So I don't recommend using the entire onion, but if you're doing for a big bowl of kale salad, use an entire onion, an entire piece of kale, and a lot of quinoa. So we've got quinoa, kale, remember the dressing's at the bottom, and now the final touch is the beets. They were just sitting there by themselves, cooking all by themselves. They're ready to add in. Come with me. So here are my beets. Oh, they look beautiful. Look, they've been cooking. They've been cooking. This is so easy. You put the beets on the stove, forget about them. Put them with the complete skin on them. Don't do anything. Rinse them off. Put them in water until the water is gone. They're fully cooked. And okay, so in this case, I put 4 beets in here today because the 4 beets, I can reuse them the rest of the week for other recipes and for other things. So if you're going to make a beet for your salad, put a couple of them in there because they're so easy to cook. You just leave them alone, just kind of leave them on the stove. And then you can use them for other recipes, which I have, kind of making like goat cheese beet salads and different things. So for today, this salad for one, I'm just going to take 1 beet out and use this one. Now see the skin still on it? That's how easy it is to make these beets. So then it peels off. Look at that. The skin just peels off by itself. So easy. You cut this off here. Oh, they smell good. The skin peels off it right there. So you peel off all the skin and then you just cut it up in little squares. And we're going to add that to the salad. And your salad is done. It's going to be super delicious and super nutritious. So you can cut this up either in, I like to cut it up in little squares, right? So I just go like this. Here we go. They smell good. So beets can also marinate in vinaigrette for a long time. So since I made extra beets, what I might do later is just marinate them in oil and vinegar and a little bit of mustard and use them with goat cheese and do a beet goat cheese salad. But that's for another day. So you can marinate your beets. You can leave them in your fridge overnight for a day or two to do other things with them. So here we go. They're all squared up, little squares. And I'm going to put them right into the salad as extra beets. And that is in. Look at this beautiful, beautiful colors we have here. Look at that. The red from the onions, the pink, the beets, the green, the quinoa. There it is. So now we're going to mix it up because the dressing's at the bottom. And mix that up. The dressing's at the bottom. Super easy here. Take these up here. Here we go. Almost ready for serving. Mix it up. Oh, this smells really good actually. And here we go, mixing it up. All those great colors together. The dressing at the bottom makes it super easy to blend. There we go, ready to serve. This is going to taste so delicious. And here we go, we're done. Et voila, now I'm going to put this in the salad bowl right over here. Put in our fun little salad bowl right here to present. And we're just going to put it this way. There we go, like that. Look at those pretty colors. Oh, those beets are just so magical. Those colors are so fun. Love working with beets. Here we go. There's the quinoa. There's the beets. And I'm going to add a couple of extra beets just right here, just to make it look pretty. And voila, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful beet salad. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Can't wait to taste it. So I can't wait to sit down and eat this delicious kale salad. And, oh, I just had a great idea. I think I'm going to add some goat cheese just to top it off because I love goat cheese so much. And that's going to add just a little bit of extra flavor to this delicious salad. So I'm going to put a little specks just for garnishes and a little bit of flavor of goat cheese on top of that. Look at that. Oh, it's going to be so good. I can't wait to have it. So thank you today for watching. This has been another delicious episode of Savor. I'm Darviny and bon appetit.